Hey, it's Dan Charles with Cannabiz News. It is November 18th, and this is your weekly cannabis stock report. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at is the huge and from last week and some new ones. So let's look at the ETF where I like to start at. And this was last where we left off last week, starting to break out, pulled back, started to break out, and to me it looked like it definitely had another pop. I mostly mentioned a lot of these cannabis stocks. Monday, Tuesday they could break out, and that's exactly what they did. So let's look at some of the ones. CMED. Okay, so here's CMED, and this is last week where I was looking at it. If you look at my last week's video, I said that I liked the support here, the support at 1351, and then to me it just looked like this wanted to break out Monday, Tuesday, and that's what it did. Here's the Monday, broke out. Tuesday stayed in the range of the Monday's trading day, and then of course you get this massive gap up with a pullback. Now I've always talked in my videos about gap ups. This is a huge gap up, so we're talking about a close on a Tuesday of 1531 approximately. Next day it gaps up to 21, almost 22. It's a massive gap up, so you got to know you're going to get a lot of selling if it gaps up from that point, and that's exactly what happened. Thursday, Friday pulled back. Looks like a bit of support at the $18 price. So watch that $18 price. So if you're still holding this, be cautious of that price. If it breaks below 18, you may want to pull out, if you will. These 2 days, it looks, I would not be a buyer in this stock from here because it's just with my disciplined trading approach, this is just too crazy. But my prediction that it was going to break out was correct. So let's look at, I also commented about this stock with the symbol FIRE. Now, these are Canadian cannabis stocks. Most of them have OTC symbols you can look up, but this is the symbol FIRE. So I said on last week, which is right here, that I thought this was going to break out. I said watch the resistance here at $1.64, and you can see it did break out. Pulled back on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hit support at $1.46. It's looking like it wants to continue breaking out. We'll look at hemp. Okay, so hemp, I was looking at this right here, and I said I was going to watch this, but I didn't like how big of a gap this was. So on Monday it gapped up, which was the 13th, and I did get a nice signal to enter at right on the open on the 13th here. So I actually got in on this trade. Now I haven't traded cannabis stocks in some time. I point that out in my videos. I've just got way too many other things, mostly futures trading right now, and but I couldn't resist because these things are just exploding. So I actually got my entry signal at $1.64. So it doesn't get much better than that. I exited on the same day because you'll also learn from my previous videos, whenever you get such a massive one-day range, a good approach is to hold throughout the day, but but definitely exit, um, because you're going to get some pullback after a large rangy candle. And always watch the resistance point, and this is $3. So on the Monday it came up, hit 296 and started pulling back. That was when you want to exit, and that's when I did exit. So that is hemp OGI organogram. Okay, so here last week I said I liked the fact that there was nice support. It looked like it broke out, pulled back, and then this had the look, the appearance that it wanted to break out for the next move up. So I did get a signal on the 13th as well on this, and that signal came at $3.30. I got the signal. So that was basically the open, right on the open. Actually, sorry, let me just look at here. $3.36. I'm just going to looking at my notes here. Yeah, so $3.36, which is like right here, was my entry, and I held this through the resistance. So look how good this works, though. Came up, hit resistance at exactly $4 and pulled back. So that's where you want to exit, because it hit the $4 price range, resistance, and started pulling back. That's when you want to pull out. Next is THCX. Okay, so this was the pullback. Resistance at, I said resistance at 3. So look what happened. It pulled back. This was a nice like pullback setup last week. Started going higher, hit that $3 resistance, pulled back. So you really got to watch those whole numbers. It's a very good thing to look for when to be consistently profitable in this business. You really got to watch those whole number pricing. Okay, I got a few more here. Okay, so now I'm going to look at looking at CNAB. Where are we here? Okay. All right, so this is symbol CNAB. This has been going down, 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 down for some time, but it's interesting because it hit support at 56 cents. And it hit that 56 quite a few times here. So you know the support is strong. And then a bit of a volume spike, at least for this. And then on Friday it kind of broke out a bit, closing at 67 cents. So is this a perfect trade? Is this the bottom? Well, possibly. I like that support at 56 cents. So I'm going to watch this early next week and see if it starts to turn around and break out. GBLX, another stock from last year that I profited on. And this has been going very, very sideways here. It's in this little range. There's definite support at 22 cents. It did hit 21 lately. But I'm going to watch to see if this thing can break out. If this breaks out above 28, it could be interesting, because you can see that's where that resistance is, 28 cents. So I wouldn't touch this unless it broke 28 strong on high volume, but it's something to watch. It's an old school cannabis stock. And then something that looks very, very, very interesting is ICP. Where are you? ICP. So ICP, great symbol name. You can look up, it was a potash company. I think it's still a potash company, but they got into the cannabis sector. And this just looks very, very interesting because it's been very sideways and down. Volumes are quite low. It's up there, 12 million when it broke above. And 1,104,000, 2.5, 2.8, 1.1, 309. And then you get this Friday, the 16.5 million share with this breakout. So this is breaking above the previous resistance at 4 cents. It's interesting. Uh, it's a cheap cannabis stock. So check that out, ICP. But this looks like it could break out. So I'm going to be watching this stock 100% on Monday, Tuesday, and I will only enter if I get the right signal. So this is not enough, but it's getting me to look at it. And that's all you need to do in this business. You need to get a certain setup or look that makes you interested in the stock, and then wait to see if you get the right breakout setup to then I would take a position. Okay, so that is the Canadian cannabis stocks and some U.S. stocks to look at. And have a great week. Talk to you soon.